What's up YouTube, Mr. LamaC here, and today I want to talk about the real reason that Runewords feel so good in Diablo 2. Now, since the release of Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction expansion, Runewords have been a key component of itemization in the game. Some people love the power that they bring, some people hate how much they have just replaced other gear, but one thing that we can all agree on is how much fun they are to find and create. Now this is a look into why Runewords feel so good. Diablo 2 itemization has always been known for being varied and superb, having items of every rarity find some value. I'll give you some examples. Oh, look at this beautiful gray wand. You have those. You have beautiful blue items. You have beautiful rare items. You have your set items. The Tal's armor, it's a little small. You've got beautiful unique items. You have your Runewords. You have even beautiful crafted items, right? There is just a lot of gorgeous items that just exist within the game. They have a fantastic affix pool, and then with some great coding as well, the chase for the GG items always keeps you on your toes and itching for more, and there's good balance throughout playing the game of how those affixes and stuff level up and improve. Now, one of the key pieces that I want to highlight of itemization is unique items in Diablo 2. While some of them are just downright awful, many are built in such a fabulous way that it's hard to even describe. I'll try my best though. Now, they range from decent items that you can use along the way to complete build-altering uniques that can transform your character into like a bear or something, right? Their affix pool often stretches into places unattainable by any other item in the game, creating unique cases for certain item bases that you would normally stay away from. A good example could be Bariza, right? You get this 80% increased attack speed. Nobody's using a ballista, but with 80% IAS, now you're like, maybe actually. Of course, mixed with the piercing attacks and max damage on character level and other pieces to it. Nice and easy, right? So you can have some of these. Now, you have that, but sometimes you can also have downsides, such as 25% chance to cast level 1 teleport when struck on an otherwise very solid unique item. You, of course, as well have some pieces that are just iconic stats, just beautiful, 2 to skills, life and mana per, damage reduction, 50% MF, just best in slot items for many characters in many cases. Now, sometimes you'll find the downside, sometimes these items will only be useful for specific PvP cases, and sometimes they'll be, only if it rolls correctly. See a way with 2 open sockets. 1 open socket, it's okay, but you lose a lot of the value that you would otherwise have, right? Regardless of the use case though, good uniques always provide a feeling of accomplishment when you do find them. The biggest difficulty with unique items, though, is finding the ones that you want. Let's say you are hunting for a good old Griffin's Eye. Let me see if I have that. Oh, there's some Trex. There's some Mage Fist. Again, just nice examples of solid items. And there is our beautiful Griffin's Eye. So let's say you were hunting for this. With decent magic find, you'd probably have around a 1 in 25,000 chance of finding it off of a unique monster. This is the unique mobs that you'll find in the pit or you'll find in the Chaos Sanctuary or whatever it is. But not the ones from the seals, the other ones. Just the high level area ones that have those. Maybe it can't drop from seal. I don't know actually. Regardless, you have roughly something around there. Could be more, a couple thousand more, a couple thousand less. Again, depends on your magic find, but hey, what's a few thousand between friends? Now, let's say you go around the pit and you kill about, on average, 7 unique monsters per run. This means after 3,571 pit runs, you would finally have killed 25,000 bosses, which would give you a 63.2% chance of having found griffins by that point. So even after killing the 25,000, you still have a 36.8% chance that you did not even get it. Pretty rough, right? But wait, Mr. Llama, why are you talking about unique so much? I thought that this was a video about Runewords. And it is. You are correct. But I wanted to first go over uniques because of my next statement. This is why it feels so good right here. Runewords are just unique items that are parted out. This is the magic about them, and this is why they feel amazing. Griffins is now split up into 4 parts, and every time you find a part of it, there is excitement. When you think about Runewords, I want you to really think about how a final built runeword is. It takes from affixes that are in the unique pool. It's built in its own unique way. It literally just is a unique item. But they've broken it down. And that is where the joy comes in. Let's use the runeword Call to Arms for example. Call to Arms is Am, Rao, Mal, Ist, Om, and a 5 open socket flail or crystal sword, whatever your base of choice is. Right? So, it's this, but you can already see that it's got things like plus to skills, battle command, battle orders, magic find, right? It has a unique presence of what it does that you would not be able to get within the normal affix pool. Now, looking at this, you have now a target that requires 6 different items to get. So getting your Am rune and Rao rune, probably not too difficult, but hey, you can go ahead and get those pretty early, and now you're, 2/6 the way there, 1/3 the way there. Then you go and get a 5 open socket base. If this is solo self-found, that might be a little bit harder to go get. So when you find that, you'll get a little bit more excited. Now you go along and you do the forge. Oh, you drop Mal rune or Ist rune. Maybe you're doing some lower Kuros runs later. You pick up the other one. And now you're 5/6 of the way there. You still need the Om rune, but you're feeling the progress that is going along. You aren't sitting there just saying, hey, I either get the whole thing or I get nothing and I don't know how close I am. Now it's just, I'm this one little piece away from it. And then when you're running the Chaos Sanctuary later that week and an Om rune drops, you burst out with excitement because you finally have the final piece. But that is not all. Because the fun doesn't even stop there. Because you then get to roll the item. You get to put the runes in and identify your unique item and see what kind of roll you get. So it's not like you even have the joy of identifying a super rare item removed because you still get to do that anyways when you have it at the end, right? And if you hit that super roll, it still feels amazing. Now, this is the magic of Runewords. They somehow took the already fun experience, amazing experience of finding unique items, even set items like Talos armor and stuff, and improved it. But beyond that, Runewords provide even more to the game. White and gray items now have value, and in many cases, finding the right base can be even harder than finding all of the runes for it. This expands the kinds of items that we're looking for, and then of course provides more joy to your loot hunting. You're now looking at these 4 open socket, these gray threshers and things that drop because, ooh, if I can get the right one, I can make the infinity, all of that. Sometimes if you're trying to create something super awesome, then you're looking for some 15% ED 3AR base, or you're looking for some claws that have the right plus to skills on them. There is so much depth and difficulty in finding some of these items. A 45 all-res ethereal shield for your exile. It's just wild how fun it can be. Plain and simple. So, that has now been added because of Runewords as well. Additionally, these unique items, it somehow keeps going, share components. So now, in many cases, finding the right base is fine. You get all that. But now you also find a rune that gives you options and decisions to make. Do you want to put that Ist rune in your Call to Arms? Do you want to put that Ist rune in your Chain of Honor? Do you want to put that Ist rune in Infinity? Save for that? Is that too much? Or do you just want to take the Ist rune, put it in your Shaco or your Oculus or whatever, and take the Magic Find boost? You have so many options from these components, from these runes, and as you find them, you're mixing and matching them and figuring out what you want, and it really is such a wonderful feeling. Now, by piecing out these uniques into components, the RNG of simply needing to find all of your GG items was made a bit more manageable, and I think it really helped many builds succeed, especially in the case of unique affixes. For instance, a melee character before, when they were playing through the game, would just have to pray to find an item with Cannot Be Frozen. You were just like, please let me find Ravenfrost or Spirit Shroud or Death Sash or something. That's it. You just cross your fingers and hope. If you don't get it, well, it just kind of sucks because now you're just getting frozen constantly in Nightmare in Hell and it's awful, right? Now you can more reliably create Rhyme Shield or Hearth or Wisdom if you get the Pole Rune, whatever it is. And now you have this Cannot Be Frozen affix that can help you along in the game. So, another piece, and probably my last piece of it, there's just so many good pieces, is by piecing out the uniques that Diablo 2 created, you have a much better currency in the online portion of the game that has more variants than we had before, which was really just SOJs and perfect skulls. And so as you venture out and kill your monsters for the day, now it is much easier to obtain smaller amounts of value along the way. Sure, you may not have found the griffins that you were looking for, or the SOJ that you could trade, but you found a Ko rune, you found a Lem rune, you found an rune. Hey, you can take these things, you can trade them around, and you can start to build your wealth with these runes that you've found. So, with that being said, if you saw my last video called How Runewords Ruined Diablo 2, you may find this video a little bit surprising, but I think it actually makes perfect sense when you think about it. Runewords are both one of the best and the worst things to happen to the game for different reasons. They both brought more value to item bases and things like trading, while also completely negating other items like rare shields, chest armors, and weapons at the same time. They're so good, though, that even if you despise them for what they are, you'll still jump up and rip your shirt off when a jaw rune drops. That's all I have for today. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace, YouTube.